Today I'm at Manston Raceway to see what it's like, this no prep racing. Been some good stuff so far, some interesting things in the pits. Don't know if you can see anything there. Completely different, but it might sadly be the last one, we don't know yet. It's the last one this year, and the rumours are it might be the last one, depends on the council. Anyway, let's see how it goes.
At the ready, spectators at the ready. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. We are in a show situation. JRH Direct, just give them the thumbs up. First pair of cars coming round. Just
okay, we're going to be on a shutdown. Wow. Okay, if it's your first time watching drag racing, you can see on the system, as normally 0.4 in other places, the green light coming on. Driving the build is anticipating that green light coming on. If you wait for the green light bulb to come on, and you're up against somebody who's been drag racing before, they're going to need to start line quicker. Their ET and their now will not be affected, however good or bad their reaction time is. However, a slower car can beat a much more powerful, quicker and faster car to the other end by getting a good reaction time. So you're aiming to have the car moving forwards just as that green light comes on. And that's why you'll hear the term, many drag races are won and lost on the start line. And during qualifying and open line running, all of that is extremely below. It's only when we get to competition stopper that we've got to become oh so cool.
as you wish. Not that you won't get a good amount today. Made him a £60,000 car, but I think he's got his work cut out with the car in the right lane, so that will be hooking and picking.
Yeah, and what we're looking at is the peak of 1960. With additions to make it better on the drag strip versus the same from, actually that was 20 years old. But anyway, be amazed at what you're about to see in the right-hand lane. This car has visited us on 3 occasions across our 7 events this year. It is capable of running 9-second quarter miles on a fully prepped track. And he was heading that way the last time he was down here, which I think was 2 events ago. But the stunning thing is the mile an hour that car can do. So the right-hand lane. Look, right, just wait to see.
Yeah, that 100% proves that. Yeah. Well, as I said, we were here earlier during the week and we had a Porsche GC4 Porsche standard 3.8 twin turbo, and it ran a 10.47 at 128. Nowhere near the mile an hour of that.
Mind-boggling, isn't it? What an amazing bit of kit this car is. So our velocity that's right, along with our standard road track classes.
Right, okay, stopping the clocks in the left lane, we have 11.99, 129.87. The right lane still has but these two will be a little faster.
And in the left hand lane is AB, who's ready to
My Mercury Capri is exactly the same. And when I'm running before, I'm only using it 2 years, so I go through the finish line and it's just below the red limit as we go
with the light, and it was built for circuit racing, not drag racing. They were chasing down so I checked it out. I just happened to see a bug catcher but no blower. So it's normally aspirated.
Staging lane still nicely fitting, but if you like to put in a fast please do make your way into staging lanes if you have already signed.
you like that little beetle there, that's a street legal beetle. And we have got two others on the property that are purpose-built drag racing Volkswagen Beetles. One of them has won multiple awards as a show car.
Oh, modern, late model Challenger front end with a Dodge Dart Plymouth Scat rear end.
Right, okay, just to confuse even the purists.
Sorry?
Just to confuse even the purists.
Yes, it has. But he's been putting a lot of work into it.
That folks is rolling burnout, and that will assist all the other
Long to get it going from A to B. 12 now. So we'll see how much it goes out because Matt's not really good at doing that. So basically it just needs to get the wheel speed to catches up and then it pour into power. So we'll see. Obviously these have to spool up so it'll take time coming into stage. Put on the free stage, then he'll spool it and pump it in on the bump bars. This is doing the difference. We ran 10s with it because, I mean, he's capable of going much faster, but it was hooked up really well, so he must have had quite a bit of boost potentially in there to turn the tyre like that, because that car will go well, but no makes a difference, simple as that.
Yeah, and looking down to the start line, our gratitude again for losing a bit of his slicks and putting them on. So I'm guessing this will be a checkout pass. Phil helped out with lots of the paint. Very pleasing sight down there. The flames pop running with wheelie bars. So when you see wheelie bars on the back of a regular competition car,
Those burgers are good, that's a lot. Right, but I'm wearing it more than anything at the moment.
now our race director did say yesterday he didn't want to hear any speak about food on the airways.
I kind of fancy what they do more because that little Bill Falcon looks beautiful, but long track tyres on it. So that's how it gets on.
Okay,
but that's
well,
a lovely car.
and I will say it's almost guaranteed that the Waddle Doo car in the left-hand lane will leave the start line first. Why? Because he runs in a class called Super Stop, and in that class reaction time is everything. Most people running in that class at a competitive level will be cutting a zero reaction time every single time. So it wouldn't surprise me if he gets a car then literally by the time they've gone past distance. Automatic gearbox specialist, one of the best in the country. That's how he earns his money, and I've given him lots of advice this morning about how not to damage his gearbox, his drivetrain and his CV goods. So when you're running slicks for the first time and you've got a lot of power, you put the tires up and launch a lesson. who we've just seen in the left-hand lane. If he breaks any part of his transmission on his first 3 runs, he's going to be bringing me coffees all day because he didn't listen to my good advice. We've got great relationships with so many of the racers here. I bow to your greater knowledge of all things modern muscle cars. In no prep might be brand new to them. They'll know very well what it can do on a fully prepped track. And we have another quick people coming your way, but that's a couple of pairs back. In fact, it's 4 pairs back. Solo in that pot. The relentless car, very nicely presented machine. Oh wow! Sounds very silver. I wasn't expecting to see quite that much car smoke. That's the parachute safety retaining pin out. Super impressed. Thank you very much, Stephen. VW Pro 54, running with 2 litre plus of turbocharged Subaru power, if I remember rightly. Car that can run deep into the 11s. Hopefully just to check out pass here, just to take it nice and steady.
Okay, I've lost my radio and I found it again.
Well, Chris, and when I say Chris's usual thing, that is do a pass in the left-hand lane, do a pass in the right-hand lane, and then see which one he prefers to play and he'll stick with it.
I cannot believe that those little cars are as straight as they are, and as small as they are, and as fast as they are. They are special.
Absolute credit to Chris's building skills and theories of where to put the race, basically. That engine revs so clean and so high. And he usually does take part in our afternoon eliminations.
I think he might be running small tyre and big tyre potentially at this event. It's a quick little car.
Taking his time going into full stage, here we go.
Okay, just a little parish announcement. To the pits, because they've looked at the data. I'd like to think they've looked at the data and worked out what they need to do.
A lot of smoke coming your way, by the way, folks, if you weren't here to...
I don't know, I think it's a smaller one this time. Yeah, it hasn't.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And running in the left-hand lane this time, because it was in the right-hand lane last time.
So we'll see how it gets on. You don't really need to do a huge burnout here because the surface is pretty tricky anyway.
Well, that's very true, but we wanted to do a big burnout because everybody else is going to benefit.
Very true, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah, so interestingly, you've got the launch RPM, the boost pressure, everything else about right on the last one. We did have a little bit of wheel speed, but nothing untoward. We talked about the track. But today she thinks she's having a few fuel issues, so she's got a new
you had John Michael, you had all the best around.
second class of the day for
or more. I won't say what he said about his driving ability, no, it's much better than that.
It was along the lines of he's got better tyres and I'm a worse driver, and
yeah.
he used a more colourful word, didn't he? But I love self-deprecating.
Yes,
that's the way to go.
This will be interesting because this is one of the this is as I said before, it's front and sax pod, so we'll see what this does. It's got some nice up against the drag radial equipped Dodge Challenger. sure we'll see Ben around again later. I believe Ben is in small tyre, so all these are test runs. The first time he ran on a no prep circuit was last weekend at Melbourne.
And I mean, obviously they're running those up, they're not, they're kind of speech given, but they all look to be like mid 9 second and quicker. So they're looking at where they can take the power out so that they can leave the start line efficiently and safely, and where they can start adding the power back in, going down track where it doesn't spin the rear wheels up. And it's sealed with this glue. We have none of that here, which is why when you see the full-on drag cars, off the pace on his last pass. We're looking for about a 10.4, I would say, on this pass for Chris.
Chris was 10.99 on his last pass. So anything better than that will be an improvement. And it looks like he's going up against VW. Now these two do not like him. A little bit more of a full pass here, but yeah,
there we go. Oh, David, that's in the wrong side of the staging booth, possibly there. Okay, forward we go.
I don't think they're gonna. We'll see.
He's based on the VW one anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna black spot his front tyres if he does that again. So they're locked up solid if he pulled it up.
So, as far as I know, only his second ever no prep pass. The first one I thought he was going to take it a bit steadier, but everything went well, so he kept his foot in pretty much the whole way down. So Phil ran in the right hand lane last time, into the left hand lane this time. And he's up against Sid Crowfoot in his street car.
Okay, we're going to get the... Anna's just gone to shut the staging lane.
Oh, we're going to run everybody who's in it, yeah?
We're going to run what's in there.
Wonderful. I'm very pleased you said that.
I thought you'd say that. I didn't want to disappoint you.
Good lad. So, that means, coming your way, we've got Chris Mills. On the last car.
I have a feeling you'll find that's four-wheel drive system as well.
Yes, the quattro.
I can't think of just the...
That's why they're taking off the gas. You get latent vibration, so you're getting the oxidizing effect from the nitrous oxide, but you're also charging the not the most slick editing and stuff because he's learning as he goes, but it's just, if you're into cars and stuff, check him out, and I'll ask him at lunchtime to make sure I give you the right channel name, but well worth a follow if you're into that.
Okay,
As well, yeah, right at the start of the season.
Hello, can you hear me? It's Mark from Velocity here. Right, we're doing the elimination run, the hot rods of American cars. It's £10 in the hat. It's an elimination run. You can run any hot rod, any American car you like. You need to come over to our retail stand at Velocity. Bring in your £10 note.
Reaction times are so short, and you can have all the power in the world. You can have the perfect suspension set up, you can have the perfect tire pressures, and the tires are the right temperature. Very unusually running a quadruple 48 IBA. And he also offers a full restoration refurbishment on any type of weather carburetor. It's got vapor blasting, brand new brass bushes, got repair kits that you can order and sit at home. Everything to do with weather carburetors, and straight with your manual. Find it in the books closest to you.
Oh, there's a little bit of a show and shine thing here, so that's not the track, by the way. So let's have a look what we got. Nice Morris.